Hi guys. So the lunar eclipse taking place on the 5th July 2020, how is it going to be for each and every zodiac sign? So what does lunar eclipse do first of all? Lunar eclipse is going to change something emotionally. It is for endings, for something to end. So usually it ends like in the nakshatra significations that it is taking place and it's going to end that, or the sign it's taking place in, or what house it's taking place in your horoscope. But we are just talking generally without knowing your chart details and other things. So the effect could be 30%, 50%, in some cases 70% plus. So as we can see here, um, Sun is with Rahu. It's usually this way when lunar eclipse happens. Moon is with Ketu, and this is the Earth's shadow, Ketu and Rahu. So Sun is with Rahu, that is the north node of the Moon, and this is the south node. And we can see that in the sign of Sagittarius, Moon is placed in Purva Ashada. So Purva Ashada nakshatra is going to be lacking some sunlight, say some sunshine, Purva Ashada, for the next 6 months. And we know that these nakshatras are not to be used in any auspiciousness till the next 6 months, till the next eclipse. We can see Jupiter is here as well in the sign of Sagittarius. Opposite Mercury is also there. And the point to be noted would be that Mercury is also retro and Jupiter is also retro, along with Saturn, which is retro. But Jupiter is influencing, retro Jupiter is influencing Moon's eclipse, and retro Mercury is influencing Sun and Rahu and Gemini. So what is this going to do? This is going to just totally change your viewpoints, because Sagittarius is your higher philosophies in life. It is the religion that governs you. It is your teachers, your higher principles in life. And now, because it's happening on this axis, Sagittarius in Gemini. Gemini is your information that you gather from places like, say, these videos and stuff. So this is happening here. But your philosophies, now we are talking about deep philosophies. We're talking about all of this, the constructiveness of your philosophies. And this is come to an ending because it's a lunar eclipse. And this just says that something has to end. So some kind of philosophical changes are going to take place at world level. And some kind of, this is also travel. We can also see it has been hampered for a while now. This is short-term travel. This Sagittarius is long-term travel. So we can see this being hampered, but now it's going to come to an end. So new ways of travel, or how to travel, the methods of traveling could change. And it's going to bring about all these changes as well, because this is an ending now. So when something ends, something also begins. And it's just going to just play out really beautifully in the coming months. And it's going to help us evolve, because it's happening in the sign of the gods and the principles and stuff. So new principles are going to be formed, and maybe people leave their really strong belief systems and follow something that they really now find. There could be new findings in, say, higher principles realm. There could be new findings in the spiritual game. And people are really could be challenged about all that they hold dear. They have certain philosophies that they govern their lives with, that could be challenged and changed. So it's about good transformational times are here because of this lunar eclipse. Now, so let's get to it. So for Aries people, we can see that because it's taking place in the sign of Gemini, it's happening, it's taking place in the sign of Sagittarius. So it's happening 9th from the ascendant, or moon, if you want to see, for Aries people. So this is going to be bringing about changes in their philosophies, and because it is happening in the natural sign of Sagittarius as well, it is going to bring about philosophical changes, religious changes in about everybody's psyche. And specifically, if you're an Aries ascendant or moon sign, this is going to affect your philosophies and your belief systems. For Taurus, we can see that it's taking place in your 8th house, so it's going to transform you rather abruptly, and there are going to be some ups and downs in your life which are going to change the view, how you perceive things, how you perceive other people is also going to be changing with this for Taurus. For Gemini, we can see that their philosophies about with dealing with people, their philosophy of how they deal with their spouse, their partnerships can be changed, or their own philosophies can be changed by the influence of their spouse. And for Cancer, we can see that it's gonna rather come up, their philosophical changes are gonna come about, say, in their daily routine, or some of your colleagues could tell you, could help you in changing your philosophies or your religious views. Or we could just see it in your daily routine, how it happens, how is it going on, how is it taking. For Leo people, we can see that it's happening in your 5th house, so you can influence your children's philosophies. You want to teach your kids something different so that they don't probably grow up with the religious views or what kind of views happens. So it's going to be cutting all of that. You're going to let go of some, say, really strong belief systems that you had. You just can't go on forever. For Virgo people, we can see that it's gonna change their philosophies regarding home environment, and their home environment is gonna be as such that their philosophies are gonna be changed because of that. For Libra, we can see that they are going to be surrounded by all of these different ideologies that are going to challenge their own ideology, and in return they would be like, could be your younger siblings, could be your neighbors, all of them are just going to be talking about all of this, and that's going to challenge your own viewpoints, your own religious views and philosophical views in life. For Scorpio, we can see that your immediate family is going to be influenced by your own philosophies, and vice versa. And we can see that it's you would like to talk about it as well. For Sagittarius people, we can see that it's happening in your own sign, and it's going to influence you by yourself. So you would be the first ones to realize this energy and start influencing people. For Scorpio, we can see that it can come through your dreams, the philosophical changes, and it could be an outside entity that it comes to you. It's going to influence you in certain ways that you would think it's either intuitive or your spiritual knowledge has given you this insights. For Aquarius people, we can see that your social circle that you hold really dear would really influence you. You can see your social circle getting these people that you hang out with, they have different ideologies, they are trying to influence your ideologies, and you can just see certain changes happening in their mindsets. For Pisces people, it's a beautiful time because now they can manifest all of their duality into life, and they can just present themselves that, yeah, I already had this different dual thought process of my philosophies, and here they are. So all the Pisces people can just come out there, and are going to come out there, and they're going to present the world with their own different philosophies that they've had for years. So these were the changes that we expect to happen from this lunar eclipse, and I wish everybody the best to go through them. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Stay tuned for more.